Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Hayat Doctor. I'm Dr. Simran Mulani. So in today's video, we'll be talking about what are the opportunities in abroad after pursuing BMS. So what you need to do in order to get a job in abroad, as well as which masters you're supposed to pursue. So I'll be covering everything in this video. And before we jump into the video, I'd like everyone to subscribe to my channel. And so let's begin. So I have done BMS. After BMS, I completed my BMS in 2023 Jan. After that, I did a 1-year postgraduate diploma in emergency medicine. While pursuing this diploma, I also did another diploma in Ayurvedic food and nutrition. So my EMS I did from Symbiosis, and while I was pursuing these diplomas, I was also working in the hospital. So once I finished these diplomas, I was thinking about if there's any opportunity in abroad, and that's when I came across this master's and I applied for it and I got selected. So the masters which I have done from London is called Masters in Cancer Cellular and Molecular Biology. I have done it from Queen Mary University of London. I just finished it. So you can do is before applying for this masters, I was very lost. Like, I asked everyone, is there any opportunity? And as we all know that people think that BMS is not considered as a proper scientific science, or to be more precise, they don't consider this as a degree. So your 5.5 years, you think that you've just done it, it's just accepted in India and there's nothing that could be pursued outside. But let me tell you, that's not true. In fact, there's more awareness outside. People want to take holistic treatment, have an holistic approach towards diseases, and there are a lot of Ayurvedic clinics, holistic clinics. Of course, you cannot practice the proper Panchkarma treatments or give the medicines which have the medicines made out of Rasakalpa, like the ones which have mercury in it or a sulfur in it. These medicines are not acceptable. You need to use proper Dravya drugs which have only the herbal component in it. So before we begin, what I would suggest is that once you complete your BMS, just don't stop over there. If you want to go outside, I would suggest do any sort of diploma, like either emergency medicine, because this is accepted, and I would recommend do not get it done from any hospital like the Ruby Hospital or the one, I don't know, there's one in Bombay which you can pursue, but the one from Symbiosis is accepted, like it's accepted worldwide. So I would suggest go for that emergency diploma, and be on, like, this diploma is accepted, okay? And even your BMS degree is accepted. You need to give your documents, you need to submit that, and it is accepted. Let me tell you, don't listen to what people have to say. So what you can do is, there are a lot of options and I've made a list of it, okay? So what you need to do is first decide what you want to do. For example, you want to do something in diabetes. Let's say you want to do something in diabetes. So either do a certificate course over here, or maybe a 3-month workshop or something like that, which would support your application, okay? Do something similar to that. Also, let your training, like your hospital certificate that you're going to this hospital, you're working, make sure you work somewhere for at least for 6 months to 1 year, okay? So next, what you have to do is, let's say now I wanted to do something in cancer. So what I did, I checked all the universities in the UK, in Canada, and in the US, where there are certain programs which are related to cancer. So this program, Cancer Cellular and Molecular Biology, was in Queen Mary University, okay? There are other cancer programs as well, cancer genomics, clinical oncology. So there are different masters. I decided to go with the cellular and molecular biology was specifically because I want to get into translational medicine, which means that I want to combine the knowledge that I have from Ayurveda and translate it so that we can present our Ayurvedic aspect to the world scientifically. Okay, I'll be putting links of certain papers in the description. So trying to tell you is that these papers, for example, Guduchi, that we know that it has anti-aging benefits, etc., etc. How is this proved? What is the active component? On what basis are you trying to tell that this has anti-aging effect? Similarly, there are a lot of medicines in cancer which a lot of Ayurvedic practitioners use, and it has a lot of effect as well. But to present it to the world, you need to have a data to present that, okay, this is how on the cellular level it acts this way, on the molecular level it acts this way, this is what is going to give you the result. So that is the reason what we are trying to claim has worked. We can't just say that this works, you can use it. That's not how it is going to work in today's world. So for that, a lot of people need to get into this. My main aim was to get into translational research, an MRS program, but I wasn't accepted into that university, the university in Toronto, and I got accepted into this. So what I can do after this master is that I can either work as a research assistant for some time, either as a biomedical scientist, or pursue a PhD. These are the options. But what I would suggest is that you decide what you want to do, check all the masters lists of different universities, see if you fit into it, see the requirements, what are needed, and accordingly you start planning. Okay, if you want to do something in immunology, so see if there's something over here in India that can be accepted, or the emergency medicine is accepted worldwide, let me tell you. On this basis you can get. Usually for my masters the requirement was 2:1 undergraduate degree, which BMS was. I had additional 2 master's degree. I had 1.5 years of work experience to add to it. So it was easy for me to get into it. This was the first university I applied, and I got an unconditional offer letter within the immediately I got it. So what I would suggest is you check what you can do. But I'll be talking about 4 to 5 masters that you can do after BMS. One is you can do an MPH, Masters in Public Health. There are plenty of jobs. You can get it anywhere. You have opportunities in the UK, in Australia, in New Zealand, in Canada, in the US. Okay. Second, what you can do is physician's assistant. So this is basically it's a 3 years program. So for that you need to get into the university. I think there are interviews for this. So you can work as a physician's assistant after completing your 3 years PA degree. This is also something you can do. You would be working only with the modern medicine, nothing to do with Ayurveda. The second, what you can do is you can also pursue masters in biomedical science. You would get accepted into that as well. That you gain some experience in the Ayurvedic treatment as well by joining a clinic or working there, whatever it is, because there are a lot of holistic clinics outside, and outside I mean there are a lot of holistic clinics in abroad. You can work there, and you can work there as a physician. Like they take you, there are resorts, spas, holistic clinics, and you can work there. You need to have some experience. You can do that part-time. You can have a main job, and you can do this as well. It's not easy to get into this. The masters is also not at all easy. You need to have critical thinking. You need to understand the concepts. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and just because you did the masters, it's not the end. After that you have to prove yourself in each and every step, like finding a job. Since I do not have an experience working in the lab, but I did have an internship included in my masters where I worked at Bard's Cancer Institute for 3 months, and I gained the experience. So on that basis I'll get a job for that. So see the master program as well, what all they are offering, how is it, and whether it suits. Just because I'm telling you I liked it doesn't mean that you would like it. So I would say you do your own research. As I said, MPH, physician's assistant, masters in clinical oncology, or masters in translational research, then the masters which I did in cancer cellular and molecular biology. You can do that. And yeah, these are the opportunities. So yeah, also and I would also like to clear another thing is that as you learn your Ayurvedic concepts, make sure that your modern concepts are clear as well. So it's not just one thing that you're doing, you focus on both the things, understand each and every concept, find the correlation, what does this mean, how is it relevant, so that later on when you have to present it to someone to explain, because others don't know what it is. If you start to explain them that okay, this is dosh, vat, pitta, kapha, or this is the seven dhatus, they are not going to understand. You need to explain it to them properly what it is. If you are not able to present them properly, they are definitely going to think that what is she talking about. So you make sure that you know your concepts well, you know the modern concepts well, you know what you want in life, what you want to present to the world, how you want to portray everything, and then only get into it. Of course, there are various options. What you can do is you can also do a 3 years MD over here, either in medicine, gynec, and then also you can go abroad and pursue another master's or any PG certificate courses. That's your choice, whatever suits you. But just don't do PMS and on that basis expect that you can go abroad. You need to have some additional thing done to support your portfolio or your application. So go on the websites of the university, either it's University of Queen Mary, Manchester University, or some other university, some universities from Canada. You can check those universities, what masters they are offering. You can go through the list, their requirements, what is needed, and you see if you fit the criteria. Wherever there is 2:1 undergraduate degree, BMS is accepted, okay? Wherever they talk about they need something in a biomedicine or some medicine degree or medical students can do it, you are acceptable and you can get into it. Just give it a try. You may not, but there's no harm in giving it a try. But I would recommend that the emergency diploma would be really beneficial if you get it done, because the ACLS, BLS certificates, it's accepted by the American association, so American Medical Association. So that is the reason it's pretty beneficial for your admission. So I would say there's this route. You either get masters done from the list which I said above, and then you can just pursue whatever you want. So this is it. These are the few opportunities, how you can go through it. I would be making more video on this, like what are the registration process, which registration you can get over there done, what all opportunities are there, everything. I'll be talking about more stuff in the coming videos, but this is the brief overview to explain what are the opportunities and what you need to do. If there are any queries or you want me to make any other video, just comment below and I'll come up with another video and I'll explain everything in detail. And yes, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.